Good morning, students. Today we will have a discussion for the MCQ question for Diploma in Pharmacy student for exit examination. Not only for diploma student, it will be helpful for PharmD degree students and one who is writing for Public Service Commission or pharmacist. All of them it will be useful. It's a drugstore and management is a course which is studying for an year in Diploma in Pharmacy students. So in this, it's an interesting subject where we are going to deal with most of the previously it was having a management study. So this is business management with drugstore. So how a pharmacist person have to be involved in his drugstore management study. MCQ. I have taken very little number of MCQs, but explanations will be given for all the choices which they have given. So kindly listen and it will be helpful for you. If you subscribe my channel, I hope it will be helpful for me and as well as for you. So do that, and so that support me to do more and more how far it is possible. I am little late to come back because before 1 week before I gave one lecture. Now I am coming to back for the drugstore management for pharmacy student. The first question is mail order business. They have asked, number one, mail order business is. What is this? So mail order business means immediately nowadays we know that Amazon, Flipkart, there are many nowadays, and even pharmacy, 1 milligram, and there is lots of pharmacy, online pharmacies and all these things. It has to be controlled according to my concept and my own point of view. I object this online pharmacy business because without a prescription from a physician, qualified physician, and even an OTC drug supplying without a pharmacist supplying to the public is wrong, and it should be completely governed by the pharmacist, and it should be revised 100% sure that blossom pharmacist, and we are old, but the pharmacists who are now becoming the young pharmacists, remember this, just make it more stronger, and work with physicians, work with the health workers to maintain the usage of drug and take care of the health of the public. So here we'll go to the questions. They have given a choice of wholesale trader. Everybody knows what is wholesale traders. So, but I have given some explanation because it's needed for the students should know what is a wholesale trader in pharmacy, and in general is concerned for buying goods from manufacturer or dealers, or why they told dealers, because there is wholesalers, super stockist, sub-stockist, like that wholesalers are there. So from the manufacturers and also dealers or producers in large quantities and selling them in small quantities, even that is also we have packing into, that is repacking methods are there for various methods in pharmacy. So by small quantities or supplying in small quantities, other who may be a retailer, and then they will come to a consumer. This channel, and they have given a choice direct selling traders. There are direct selling traders from the manufacturers. What do you mean by these direct sellers? The direct selling is a selling of product in a non-retail setting. For example, at home, online. This is also can be online or other venue and or not a store, and it eliminates the middleman, eliminates the wholesalers or the super stockist or the sub stockist who are involved in the distribution, such as wholesalers and regional distributors and centers. And when we see consumers can come up by these retailer traders or shops as they are common mentioned and purchase the goods they need. For example, supermarket, department store, general store, specificity store, these all are retail traders where we are going and purchasing. Mail order means, what do you mean by mail order? Yeah, even in direct sell also we have told in mail. Mail order is buying goods or service by mail delivery. The buyer places an order even by an app for a desired product with the merchant through some remote method such as sending order from in the mail. So you can have an example of Amazon and Flipkart. Delivery of the goods may be made by freight, express or parcel port or a cash on delivery basis, and retail mail order selling was developed primarily for rural customers, but it now includes millions of customers in the urban areas also, retail trade by post. So retail trade by post is becoming a common in all business. But in pharmacy, I am totally against of that, and I was just telling the Blossom pharmacist, you should make, the government should make it more strict, because physicians and it's dealing with the health of the people. It is not, you cannot say a paracetamol, you cannot say a OTC drugs, or you cannot say even a gas can be distributed, given by anyone. No, it has to be an educated pharmacist, have to dispense, have to be prescribed by a health worker. It should be given by a physician. So these things I am just imposing to the Blossom pharmacist. Kindly, like old people, we will not be no more in after some time. But you are going to think about the future, as they say, that is, there are many, after 50 years or after 20 years also, this will go on developing. This pharmacy field is one of the important thing where the pharmacist can play the role, and you can object this type of online business. I'm not objecting with the pharmacy medicines, but you can give some, at least the government should appoint various pharmacists in the places where they should check that whether the drug is issued for the particular disease with proper prescription. Even though if it is an OTC drug, it should be supplied by a pharmacist. It should not be supplied by a normal man. Even a consumer, you cannot receive by online without a pharmacist. A pharmacist only can supply to the home delivery also. He has to be a pharmacist. Even in a pharmacy, even in a pharmacy, for a big pharmacy, or according to the pharmacy, big or a small, they need only one pharmacist for the license. Why this happens? This should be changed. The government should give the minimum, that is minimum. They should give, the pharmacist should have the, because we are learning about the drugs, how it has to be used, and prevent how the people from various ailments, unnecessary addiction, unnecessary usage of drugs can be prevented. For one question I have taken long time, because this is a very important thing that the student should understand. And see now the number question, when at least 21 shares of a business organization are in the hands of government, then what is it called? It's a good question they are asked, because we know that now, which is government organization, which is private organization, which is private limited, which is how the share market, what is mutual fund. These all things are nowadays becoming very common, and people are economic value, people are now more educated, but still at least I can give some information by this question. They have given public corporation means what? A public corporation or a sanctuary corporation is found by a special act by the parliament or state legislature. The act specified the rules and regulation as well as the power, the function of the employees. It is funded by the government. It is separate legal entity. Example, Life Insurance Corporation of India, LIC. We know that. So what do you mean by then public company? That is public corporation. What do you mean by public company? Public company is an corporation whose shareholders have a claim to part of the company's asset and profits. It is also called as publicly traded company, like corporative company, public. And you can see department, that means department organization. Departmental organization is a classic and widely used form of government activity in several countries. The government fully organizes, manages and funds these groups, that is department organization. Government company, the company means any company of which at least 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central or a state government or partly by central or state government, part central, part state. If it is so, then it is called government company. So there is a choice. You should know 51% share of the business organization or in the hand of government, state or a central or in a share, then it is called government company. So this is what we have to remember. What is a journal? Now, a journal is a book of, because we are talking about the business. We are talking about the accountancy. We are talking about the pharmacy accountancy, which we studied in a long back. Accountancy is a separate subject. Now it is drugstore management they made together with all these things. So they have asked a choice like, what do you mean by secondary entry? Is it secondary entry? The ledger, the journal, a book is secondary entry? No, secondary entry book are an important tool for bookkeeping, account keeping accurate and up-to-date financial records. They are used to record the details of financial transaction, which provide a detailed record of all financial activities. We know nowadays it is computerized, but still these all things are known. It should be known. Even ledger, journal, these all can be controlled by a computer and a printout and a trial balance. These all things you should know that, how to maintain in a pharmacy. And when we come to a ledger is known as a book of secondary entry, of financial entry or final entry. As they are posted from the journal, the balance or balance sheet of this account are used to prepare a financial statement for a business. So that is cash transaction means what? What do you mean by cash transaction? A cash transaction refers to an immediate exchange of physical currency of goods or service. Nowadays we are going for all digital. What do you mean by petty cash transaction? This is in a business, we have a petty cash. For a simple purchase, for certain things, immediate purchase, petty cash system should be there. So petty cash is a money that a business or a company keeps on hand to make small payment, purchase, immediate purchase, emergency and reimbursements. So a journal means what? Again, we are coming. A journal, commonly known as the book of original entry. It is called the original entry, or a day book in a book of transaction recorded in a chronological record or order. So, original entry. A journal is an original entry. It's not a secondary entry. It is not a cash transaction. It is not a petty cash transaction. So, this is how the student should select the choice which is given. Number 4, the Shop Act. Talking about Shop Act license issued by Labour Office of our government is valid. How many years from the date of its receipt? How many years? So they are asking how many years. If they are giving a license for a labor to start, even it is a pharmacy, how many years? So the rule 23, according to Indian penal law, every license granted under rule 23 or renewed under rule 29 shall remain force up to 2 years. The rule 27 as per rule 29, in this act, an application of a renewal shall be made not less than 60 days before the date of which the license expires. So you have to be very careful and you have to renew it. So we know that it is 2 years. They are given choice. 5 years, no. 4 years, they know. And 3 years also, no. 2 years. That's a question answer. And number 5, in utilization of finance, the fixed capital. What do you mean by capital? Fixed capital. Invested on which of the following? So they have given some choice and you have to find out which is the fixed capital. Purchase of raw material. What do you mean by purchase of raw material? Raw material and money are transferred to an working capital. So it is not a fixed capital. Wages and rent. Wages and rent paid to workers. Wages are paid to workers. However, can vary as number of workers increase and decrease according to the business. Hence, it is not considered to be fixed cost or fixed capital. Tax and receipt. Capital goods are physically asset a company uses to produce goods and serves for consumer. Capital good includes fixed asset such as building, machinery, equipments, vehicles and tools. These all of them. And fixed capital is the value of capital asset available for production purpose at the given point in time. So plant and machinery, they have given a choice in this all. So plant and machinery are fixed capital. So we know what is fixed capital, what is raw material, what is wages, what is rent. All these things I have explained. So even though if they ask question in different manner, the student will be able to answer. In selective inventory control, it is beneficial to combine. See the question. In selective inventory control, it is beneficial to combine. So inventory control means what? We should know what is inventory control. Then only we can write what is the beneficial when they are, if there is 2-3 invention control, and what is the 2-3 invention control, and how if they are interpreted or they are interlinked, how it is benefited. Then only we can answer this question. Am I right? So selective, first I want to say selective inventory management is there was selective inventory. What is selective inventory management? It's a statistic approach to inventory control that focuses on prioritize and managing inventory items based on their criticality value and usage frequency. And they are given a choice, SOS and XYZ method. So the student should know what is this SOS and what is this XYZ method. So you see, SOS means what? Analysis provides a structured approach to evaluating these trade-off, the commodities, and determine the optimal procurement strategies for seasonal items. So for seasonal items, there will be more sales, less demand, less sales, and less productions. All these things will be SOS. That is what we should know, that what is SOS. And now we should know what is XY method. An XY method analysis divides item into three categories. X items have low demand variability. Y items have moderate amount of demand variability, usually because of known factor. Y, that is Z item, have the highest demand viability and are therefore hardest to forecast. So we have seen what is SOS and what is XYZ. They have started asking selective inventory management in a strategic approach, in a strategic approach, inventory control. So it's not. So HML and FSL method. What is HML method? HML analysis means high price, medium price, low price. That is HML. High price, medium price, low price. What do you mean by FSM? FSM means fast moving, slow moving, non-moving. Inventory control method is classified as a goods product. So students are very clear now. You should listen. That is why I am just giving this explanation, because you should know what is SOS, what is XYZ, what is HML, what is FSN. And they have even given another choice also, XYZ, we know that according to the demand. And SDE, what is SDE? SDE is scare, difficulty, easy available. SDE. That means categories inventory based on how easy it is to acquire. That is another one, inventory control is there. But our inventory control question says a selective inventory control is beneficial to what? So another one is there, which is I want to say about ABC analysis. ABC analysis is also an inventory management technique that determines the value of inventory items based on the importance to the business. There are some items importance to the business. There are some items just simply keeping for the business for display. So importance to the business, that is ABC. So they have given a choice like ABC and HML method. So the selective inventory control, it is a beneficial to combine ABC and HML only. Because ABC means which analyze the inventory management technique that determines the value of inventory item based on the importance for the business one. Another one, you can see HML means what? High price, medium price and low price. So they are selective inventory control. Selective inventory control will be beneficial for by these two types of inventory control. So I have given the details about what is the inventory control, like SOS means what, XYZ means what, HML means what, FSN means what, ABC means what, HML and SDE means what. All these things I have given. So students, just go through, it will helpful for you even though if they ask some tough question. Even another one picture also I have taken from internet, selective inventory control management. VED is also there. Sometimes they can add this inventory control. ABC we know, it is categorized stock in item into 3 classes based on their values. And VED analysis classified inventory items in 3 categories based on their criticality, requirement, criticality to the business. And HML we know high, medium, low categories inventory items included 3 groups based on their unit price. So these things you have to remember by inventory control. So 7th question, which of the following is the function of a clearing and forwarding agent? So clearing and forwarding agent means very clear. Clearing and forwarding, somebody is returning or somebody is coming with a complaint to our pharmacy, somebody is coming with an expiry item, we have to clear. And somebody is even from the company itself, we can have. Clearing and forwarding agent are experts who provide assistance to the get goods cleared through customer formalities and coordinate with the carrier and handle shipping and delivery. Sometimes shipping deficiencies, shipping defects, sometimes there will be breakage, all these things comes under. So they have given a choice to substitute the sales tax and other items to the representative authorities to the due date. I don't think it is having any impact with the clearing and forwarding agent for the customer. To purchase goods and super distributor to sell the small territory, wrong. And to maintain adequate stock for the entire range of product market by the company, it is only by means of the stockist who have to maintain. See this answer, to collect the return goods from the market and arrange and replacement as per the policy of the company. Some policies will be there, sometimes they will not return, sometimes they will give return, all these things according to the policy. I am not telling if there should not be any policies. The policies, according to the policies, it can be replaced and it can be given back to the customer. And this is a picture which I am a computerized picture. That is, we should know, they have asked a question about non-lin is a program which predicts. Non-lin is a program, is a software program for pharmacy students and pharmacists and pharmacy wherever we are having. Non-lin means, what is non-lin? Non-lin is a computer program that has been specifically designed to ensure learning in graduate university classes, not graduate university classes, and continuing education, also seminars, and covering subject related to the structural dynamic and earthquake engineering and program in highly interactive, graphical, intensive and very friendly for other subjects. But what is in pharmacy? It is a software in pharmacology experiment. High chemical software or hyperchem software is helpful for providing understanding of toxicological and pharmacological profiles of drug substances as molecular level. So software like WinNolin can determine pharmacokinetics parameters including pharmacodynamics computer situations. Software can be used for alternative pre-built pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamic complex molecule. So what drug does to the body and what body does to the drug. Very easy, starting from disintegration to absorption, elimination. Kinetics can also be, and dynamics about the agonist, antagonist, all these things can also be studied very clearly by means of this software. So they are given a choice. Stock position of a shelf life, no. batch number and the batch expiry? No. And utilization of the date of the expiry? No. It is for pharmacokinetics parameters or pharmacodynamic parameters. If they have given a choice, then we can select. So now you know what is non-lead. That is what my aim. So you can see the question and the answer also. 9. The main ingredient of universal antidote is. Antidote means everybody knows. Somebody overdose, we will have antidote. Even for paracetamol overdose, cysteine, and there are many overdoses will be treated. Even for snake, we will give venom. So antidotes, what is the antidote? Universal antidote they have asked. Antidotes agents are usually negate the effect of the poison or toxin. Calcium carbonate is a chelating agent. We cannot say it is only for divalent compound it can be used. We cannot say it is an antidote, common, universal antidote. Magnesium carbonate also we cannot say. Magnesium sulfate also we cannot say it is an universal antidote. But activated charcoal, it is not affecting anyone, but it having an absorbing capacity. So it is activated charcoal, we can say it is an universal antidote. 10th question, routine. Not routine. The route of administration that is considered to be provide complete 100% bioavailability is. This is very easy answer for the pharmacist, very easily. 100% bioavailability will be possible only when you give in parenteral directly to the blood. Am I right? Parenteral route, there are many routes, intradermal, intradermis, subcutaneous, all are there, but vein. Intravenous, directly when you inject, it is 100% bioavailability. Otherwise, if it is oral, it goes to first pass effect. Lot of loss will be there. Even when you give muscular, there will be loss will be there. Even in the subcutaneous, there will be loss will be there. It has to enter into the tissues and then only it will go to the bloodstream. So these all things, they are very important. So they have given PO as choice. PO means what? That also you should know about the Latin term PO. That is oral administration. Often denotes PO per OS, Latin term by mouth. It is not 100% bioavailability. ID, dermal injections are also, it is in dermis, just below the epidermis, it is also not, we cannot say. Intramuscular, as I said, it is also cannot be say. And when you see intravenous, directly to the vein. So, some medications such as given by intravenous infusions and in the main other seen directly to the vein, which is in the needle tube. In fact, that the term intravenous, they are 100% bioavailability will be there. So thank you for this small class question, and we will see in the next class, next subject, next forensic pharmacy and the jurisprudence is there. That is also we will come for with 10 or 15 classes, and then we will continue. As far as my health support, I will just come on going for the classes regularly. Thank you.